All right, good morning. Waiting for the family to jump on. It's been a minute since I've been live with you, but it's so good to be back on here with the family. God bless each and every one of you. I had a little bit of difficulty jumping on new phone and couldn't find the go live button. So God bless you, Sabita. God bless you, Sherilyn. God bless you, Allison. Incredible. God bless you, Myrna. Welcome, welcome. Ian, welcome. Go ahead and tag, invite about 10 people. Nice profile pic there, Ian. God bless you. Roderick, good morning, sir. I'm Miss Monica. How are you? You were wondering, I was trying to figure this thing out. Couldn't find my go live button. New phone and new updates and whatever. Hi Khadijah, God bless you. Miss Wendy, God bless you. Muriel, God bless you. Canada is in the house. Good morning, Miss Carol. Good morning. Mrs. Ramuta. Hi Allison. Hi Maria. Hi Corrine. God bless you. Amen. The Lord is good. His mercies endure forever. And great is his faithfulness. Great is his faithfulness. Great is his faithfulness. Great is his faithfulness. God bless each and every one of you. I'm giving a few minutes for everybody to run on. Hi, Mrs. Seeley. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Deb. God bless you. Nice to have you on. Darrell, my man. God bless you. God bless you. All right, well, it's been a while since I've been on live, and I was teaching before I left Trinidad. I went to Jamaica. Let me tell you, my little break with my family is absolutely amazing. Traveling outside of Trinidad in this period felt like heaven. Going to places that may have had, less stringent restrictions, and to not have on my mask all the time, and to have the beach open, and to get the sun and the sea and some curry and fried lobster on the beach at Helsha in Jamaica, and to eat my bami and my festival and my roast yam and some steamed fish with some okra and pumpkin. It felt like heaven. Something that should have been normal felt like heaven. And I tell you, God bless you, Jamaica. You treated me really well. Let me tell you this. I said it before, but the lesson has sunk in right now about the importance of rest. Let me tell you something. I need to make sure that I stay consistent about this. I was renewed, I was restored, I was refreshed, I was re-energized. Man, I needed a rest, and Jamaica did it well. Yeah, man, it was 2 years of just work, just every day, and I didn't realize that we were going non-stop for over 2 years in this period. And let me tell you something. As soon as I got the rest, I started to hear clearer. I started to see further, the vision. God just started to. I said, boy, we really need to pattern God. Bible says God rested. After he did all of that work, good work, he rested. one day out of 7 days, God took time to rest. So I need to pattern God. And so I just want you guys to know that some of your leaders and your pastors need rest too. It's nice to serve, but it's also nice to turn that phone off. No more calls, no counseling, no anything. And just be still and be quiet. Everything was a healing to me in the period. Even birds whistling outside the window was like a healing. It's like I just enjoyed listening to them. I was like, wow, listen to how that bird is singing. So talented how God made them. The flowers, the fruits, everything was just amazing. You know, being locked up and locked down, and you know, there were challenges, and we found ways to work it. But I gotta tell you, when you get out of that whole environment of restrictions, and I just breathed a little, it was so powerful. So I'm still coming back to pick up on what I was teaching before in Psalm 23 about the Good Shepherd. And this morning I want to talk to you in a new perspective. I'm still here. I'm going through the rest, the first 3 verses. That the Lord is your shepherd, you shall not want. This is the first confession made by David. It's almost like a boast. Because the Lord is my leader, I have no lack. One of the most important decisions you will make in your spiritual walk is the leadership you decide to dwell under. You will be under different types of leadership throughout the journey of your life. But let me tell you this. Wherever you decide to plant yourself for a long time when it comes to leadership, it will impact the quality of life that you have. Let me put it this way. I challenge you to find anybody who lives a successful life, who has great influence, who has good virtue. I challenge you to see if that person will plant themselves under any type of leader and listen to any type of doctrine or listen to any type of words or teaching. See if people who have done very powerful and impactful things in the world, see if they are not very particular about who their life is submitted to. You check and see. People who are not successful will tell you, I don't follow nobody. I'm my own man, I'm a grown man. I don't have to listen to nobody. Cecil, I don't listen to Cecil and Dougie and them. As a grown man, I make my own decisions. Mark and David could tell me how to live my life. No, man. I'm a big man. I'm working for my own money. I draws my pay every 2 weeks. I don't have to listen to nobody. Nobody can tell me how to run my house and how to run my life and take care of my children. I'm a big man. I know how to do that. Find anybody who's successful and see if they are not very particular about the environment that they place their life under, who they submit to. People who are successful, from my observation, people who have great impact, from sports to design to engineering. They will not stick like a work environment. If you are a boss or owner and you want the best employees in your workplace, you have to treat them a certain way. You will lose talent. You will lose the best talent if you do not create an environment that is empowering for people of great value. You cannot treat them anyhow and keep them. They will leave. So when a man says, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, he is really saying, I'm not moving from under the Lord. Because based on my experience being under him, I have no lack. Where am I going? Where are you going when you experience the goodness of God? When you have tasted and seen that the Lord, where are you going? Which other king you want to bow down to and worship? Which other Lord you want to call on his name? Which other God there is? When you experience the leadership of the Good Shepherd, where are you going? Where shall we go, Master? You alone have the words of life. Where you want me to go? You don't have any other options. When you surrender your life to the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the lily of the valley, the bright and morning star, when you surrender your life to the Good Shepherd, there are no other options that compare when it comes to leadership. No other options. The Lord is my shepherd. Come on, somebody. I want somebody to say that this morning. Say it with confidence. Say, the Lord is my shepherd. My shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. You got to take, look. I will boldly say, the Lord is my shepherd. I will confidently say, the Lord is my shepherd. Now, let me tell you something. If you are not having a good experience, if you don't feel blessed under the Lord's leadership, something wrong. That's what they say in Trinidad. That's a little joke. Something wrong. Something wrong with you. I'm not talking about if you could be going through a little rough season, a little storm, but if you have assessed your life and you said, count your blessings, name them one by one. You going down the list, you count your blessings one, and you don't feel that being under the Lord's leadership or the Lord's shepherding has blessed you. Something wrong. Look, tell your neighbor, something wrong with you. Something has to be wrong with you. Though he slay me, yet will I. Look, even when you're in prison under the Lord, according to Paul, even when you're in a lion's den under the Lord, according to Daniel, even when you're in a fiery furnace under the Lord, it's better than peace not under the Lord. Come on, somebody. You miss a good opportunity. I think it was Luther Vandross that says, I'd rather have hard times with you than good times with someone else. Come on, Luther. You were talking about the Lord's leadership. I'd rather have suffering and pain under the Good Shepherd than to be free, not under his leadership. Because I am confident of this thing, that the Lord is the best shepherd that I could ever be under. Come on, somebody. I hope you listen. This Psalm 23. I'm not going to leave this thing for a long time. I want you to get this. Y'all are worried about the wrong things. Don't laugh at me this morning. Some of you are picking at a gnat. Something you not even should be. You have to realize, I don't care what you are going through this morning. I want you to look up and be confident. Lord, you are my shepherd, and I shall not want. Say it out of your mouth. Hebrews 10:23. Do not waver from your confession of hope, for he that promises faithful. Say, Lord, today I declare, because you are my shepherd, I shall not want. I didn't see any other tag or the neighbor. I said, neighbor, if you under the Lord as a shepherd and you don't feel blessed, something wrong with you. Don't vex with me. I'm telling you now, something wrong with you. The Lord is my shepherd, and because of that fact, I shall not want. There is a confidence in the Lord's leadership. There's no other leadership that compared to the Lord's leadership. Even when you walk, look, it doesn't mean because the Lord is your shepherd, you will not walk through a valley of the shadow of death. You will walk through, but guess what? You will fear no evil. Why? The rod and the staff. Look, you ought to understand the blessing of this life is that you found the Lord very early to follow him. Let me tell you what is scary, to be living in this world and not under the Lord's leadership. It have plenty good leaders in this world, but none of them make me feel as confident as the Lord, the Good Shepherd's leadership. Watch this. I ain't get to what I'm teaching you this morning, you know. Somebody help me with the time because I can't see. Okay, let me see. I have 7 more minutes. Follow me. Watch this. He makes me to lie down in what? Green pastures. And he leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. All of that is together. He makes me to lie down in what? Green pastures, not dry grass. Where I am lying down, I can actually eat and consume. And it is the best that the Lord has chosen for me. Green pastures, well watered, nice green chlorophyll, filled with amazing life, which is water. And he puts me, so the Lord has put me on a diet of greens and water. I want you to put that in your notes. A lot of you would not write that in your notes, but I'm showing you the Lord has put you on a diet of greens and water. The Lord put you on a diet of greens and water. Don't say, I didn't tell you. He make you lie down in green pastures, and he send you beside what? Still waters. Come on, somebody. The Lord is concerned about your diet. All of this is to do what? Restore your soul. What is your soul? My soul is my mind, my will, my intellect, and my emotions. That means the very first thing that God is showing you that his leadership is going to impact your mind, your will, your intellect, and your emotions. Do you realize that the Lord is saying, because of his nature of his leadership, in the journey of following the Lord, you will run into seasons where your soul needs to be restored. Why? He's not saying that because you're following me and you say, the Lord's my shepherd, I lack nothing. It does not mean because you're following the Lord, you will not have needs. You'll have needs, but God will provide. So in following him as a good shepherd, there are times that you are going to need to be restored in your soul. What's my soul? My mind, my will, my intellect, and my emotions. And the way that God is restoring my soul is that he's very specific on what I consume. Some of you are missing this. Watch this. The restoration of your soul has to deal it ties directly to what you consume. What is my soul? My mind, my will, my intellect, my emotions. So the shepherd is saying to the sheep, I am going to lead you in such a way that it restores your soul. And to restore your soul, I put you in green pastures and get you to pass beside still waters. What's specific about green pastures and still waters ties to the restoration of the soul? Listen, do you hear a lot about mental health? Psalm 23. Mental health issues is the soul needing to be restored. deep emotional issues is the soul needing to be restored. What this period has done, a lot of marriages were broken up. Why? Because people's souls needed to be restored. It was a very trying time. It was a very exhausting time. It was a very hard time. And in the Lord's leadership, He designs the path. He designs His style of leadership so that when we go through these times, your soul can be restored. And for your soul to be restored, the Lord is saying, be mindful of what you consume. I don't have a lot of time. Let me tell you this. One of the first things that you have to be careful, you do not only consume things through the mouth. You also consume things through the ears. Your soul can be fed through what you hear. The Bible says, take heed to what you hear. What does it say? Take heed to what you hear. For those who hear what the Lord is teaching, even more understanding will be given to Him. But those who do not hear what He is teaching, even what they think they understand will be taken away from them. What is your mind consuming every day? Because whatever the mind consumes directly ties to the restoration of the soul. Do you know your mind, your will, your intellect, emotions, that cannot be restored if the content of what you listen to is not aligned with the virtues of Scripture? Be anxious for nothing, but in everything through prayer, supplication, and thanksgiving, let your requests be made known. God's going to provide the peace that passes all understanding. It will garrison around your heart and your mind, which is a part of your soul. When God speaks to the anxious mind, He is saying to the anxious mind, I'm going to build a defense around your heart and your mind. Why is He saying that? Watch what it says next. Whatsoever things are good, whatsoever things are lovely, if there be any virtue, if there be any praise, what to do? Think on these things. That means let your thinking consume things of this nature so you can beat anxiety. I'm going to provide peace to pass what? Your understanding. It will garrison around your heart and your mind. Garrison is like to build a defense. Your soul can be restored and you are not deliberate about what you feed the mind. Look. For the soul to be restored, God is putting me in an environment that I lay down amongst green pastures. Not only is it cool, it's speaking of environment, but it also speaks of consumption. Not only is the environment suitable for me to feel at peace, I'm relaxed. Do you know I experienced that in Jamaica? Because the beaches were closed here. I'm not going to get into that. Because we could not go to places that, that you can feel sometimes the greenery and the sun and experience. Thank God I live in the country in Trinidad. Thank God we have a big yard. Thank God we weren't locked up in a place where you could not experience the natural environment that God created to restore our souls. You all don't understand, this thing was a spiritual thing. The restoration of your soul needs environment. I think when my wife was even studying interior design in college, and they were designing spaces for people to recover, healing, as far as the medical field, do you know that in the interior design, they said, make sure people can interact with sunlight and greenery. In design, they said it speeds up the healing process for people to, when you design it, make sure there's a window. Come on, somebody. You're thinking that this Bible is not true. God knows how he designs us. My soul is delicate. My soul, it needs a proper environment for it to be restored. Listen, you need to put a few plants around the house. It might help you with your healing. Get something green that needs water. Let me tell you something. Do you know how sad you feel if a plant dies on you? You feel very sad if a plant dies on you, especially if the plant is worth something. Do you know that God is such a good shepherd? Do you know even the sparrows, if one falls to the ground, he knows? Do you know the lilies? Do you know they live because of God's care? Do you know if God can take care of the lilies of the field and God can take care of the sparrows, how much more is God putting his eyes on you as a child of God, that he wants your soul to be? God does not want to leave you in a place of dryness and barrenness where the health of our soul is depleted. God's going to put you in an environment for you to prosper. I pray and I declare prophetically right now that your roots are going to hit a new level of water. I pray right now where you are planted, that as you go deeper, God's going to give you a new level of sustenance, a new level of inspiration. A new level of growth is coming to your roots. I pray right now it will run through, oh God, the veins of everything that you do, the veins of your business, the veins of your family. I pray that you will hit another level of water, just like when the drillers drill for oil and they get excited when they hit oil. I pray, oh God, that you will hit a new level of living water, and it will flow through the veins of your business, through the veins of your marriage, through the veins of your family, through the veins of everything that you're putting your hands to. God is positioning you right now by the river of living water so that you will bring forth fruit in due season. God's interested about where you are planted. God's interested about your environment. God's interested about what is feeding and nurturing your mind, because the good shepherd will restore your soul. That's my time. That's my time. I'm telling you this morning. Look, I say to somebody this morning, why so downcast, O your soul? Do what? Put your trust in God. Why so downcast this morning? Talk to your soul. Say, soul, I know right now, my mind, my will, my intellect, emotions, right now you feel broken, right now you feel challenged, right now you feel vulnerable, right now you feel weak, right now you feel shattered, but I want you to know this: the Lord is my shepherd. And because of how he leads me, he restores my soul. So I want you to get ready, because restoration is coming this morning. I want you to get ready. Restoration is coming this afternoon. I want you to restoration is coming tonight, because I'm confident that under the Lord's leadership, he will restore my soul. I love you. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Wherever you go, do good. Remember, we're going to baptize over 100 people. And how's that going to happen? We're going to reach every soul one by one. What shall it profit a man to gain this entire world and lose his what? One soul. I want you to be the light and the salt everywhere you go today. Let your light so shine that men will see your good works and glorify your Father.